Alright, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. Guys, it's an interesting Friday. We've had some volatility, alright? We're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about the altcoins. We're going to talk about the stock market. We're going to get into a whole bunch of stuff here. As you guys can see, I'm in a few Bitcoin trades. I pretty much spent the entire morning just scalping Bitcoin. I was in the car. We had to do an errand as a family. And I just scalped the 5-second time frame all morning, guys. Made some juicy profits just scalping Bitcoin. And while I'm holding these two more higher term time frame trades right now. And yeah, yesterday, guys, you know, I shorted the top by accident a little bit when we got that CDW. And, you know, we got to move down to a key box of support. And from that time, we've been getting moved to the upside. So we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, some other alts, still long on the S&P 500 as well. We're going to be getting into the stock market as the S&P 500 is coming to a very, very important zone of resistance. Shout out to everybody in the chat. God bless you all. Shout out to Barry the Rave. He says he has the feeling in his jubblies. Shout out to Crypto Rancher. What is going on, Crypto Rancher? Shout out to Infinite Wisdom. He says, just cooking up some chicken fajitas while we watch Mr. Casper. Let's pump it to 100K, baby. Shout out to Amaro. Yo, 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 yo. Pasternak 88. What's going on, Brian Miller? We gonna pump? Nah, we gonna dump. Scalping the corn, baby. Shout out to Patrick Power. Shout out to Divine Hood. Shout out to Great Life. Yeah, bro, you need a paid trading view to use the 5-second. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Shout out to Judai. Shout out to Ikez62 and Delinquent. Double audio? Do we have double audio up in here? I don't know. How much do I earn per day? I don't know. It varies, but today, scalping Bitcoin, I made just about 3K, baby. So that was cool. Alrighty, shout out to Basketballs. I want to dump. Man, I've been scalping this tiny little... I literally was scalping this thing all day, right? It's so funny on the 5-second time frame. From, I guess... Well, it's hard to say because my time clock isn't right on MEXC. I was scalping this range. Then I was scalping this range, guys. It's crazy when you're on the 5-second. The amount of trades that you can take. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Shout out to Aaron G. Shout out to Ruiz. Shout out to SA Soho King. My fib setting, I just used the 618, the 0.65, and the 786. That's it, man. Disbelief phase of the market cycle. We'll get into it, man. We'll get into it. 3K a day keeps the doctor away, they say. That's what Sam Price, Crypto Lifer, says. Alright. How do you identify the ranges, basketballs? We can get into that later, but basically the way you identify a trading range, guys, is you just look at the chart and tell yourself, aha, a range, or aha, a range right here, or aha, a range right here. And right now we're actually making another little mini range right here. You just look and see, and then you look for the key levels in there. That's all. That's all. Alrighty, let's get into Bitcoin, guys. Make sure to like the video. We got about 500 people in here. Let's see if we can't get the likes up to 500, alright? Yeah, we are definitely going to check Sol. We are definitely going to check Sol. Alright, 100%. We're going to check Sol. I've already got some TA going on Sol. Does paid market cipher make a difference from 3-1? I mean, I say yes. All right, I say yes. Okay, that's what I say. Shout out to Crypto LP33 with the 200 thumbs up, chicken and a prayer, baby. God bless you. Shout out to Splashfire Films. Shout out to Mac Maloney. Is the weekend good for scalping? Yeah. Yeah, low volatility, low volume is actually good for scalping, in my opinion. So, all right, guys. Yeah, we're gonna check ETH. We're gonna check a lot of stuff. We're gonna start with Bitcoin, though. All right, let's get into Bitcoin, baby. Man, oh man. Well, here's the thing, guys. When it comes to Bitcoin, right now. Give me 1 second here. Shout out to everybody who liked the video, man. God bless you all. In Jesus' name. Man, God is so good. He is so good. Alright, so let's take a look at Bitcoin here, alright? Let's get into Bitcoin. So, guys, Bitcoin yesterday, shout out to J-Boy Bullish, because I was not aware that we actually did reject from a level. It just so happens to be the 618 from this high that we made back here on December 25th. What's that, December 25th? Hang on. It was December 27th, 2021. From that high to the low in November, we came in rejected right from none other than the 618, right? The 618 Fibonacci to the dang dollar. I mean, would you look at that, guys? There's always a reason why we get a rejection. And would you look at that? Now, yeah, the 618, as you guys know, my high school crush, 618, had a real thing for this chick, was in the friend zone, thought she was into me, she wasn't, right? She was using me because I would let her copy all my tests, all my labs. In biology, we were lab partners. I thought there was some chemistry going on, we were lab partners in biology. You know what I'm saying? I thought we had some thing going on. Turns out no, right? Turns out no, she was not into me like that. When I asked her out, here's your boy Jay Casper. She gave me the hand, she gave me the face, right? She gave me that look in the eyes. Ugh, Jason Casper, you disgust me. Blech. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the rejection happened. And the reason why she rejected me, guys, is because she was not into your boy Jason Casper. She was into bad boys. Or I was too nice with the plaid shirt. She was into bad guys like Upside Down Sam Bankman-Fried, a real criminal. All right. Now check this out, okay? Sam Bankman-Fried, for some reason, we don't know why, he didn't really do a good job keeping his man breasts even. All right, they're a little bit uneven. Now, this, in the medical journals, is known as a bearish divergence, okay? And it turns out that when we take a look at Sam Bankman-Fried's breasts and we impose them on the chart here, what do we see? But, look at that. As we tried to ask out 618 yesterday morning, the reason she rejected us, and this was unbeknownst to us because we didn't know at the time Sam Bankman-Fried was lurking. We thought he was in jail. All right, 103 years. Turns out, nah, he was right there. We got the rejection. Bam! Boom! To the downside. Okay? Now, what has happened since that time is actually quite titillating. Okay? Because from that rejection, and yes, it was heartbreaking, I want you to notice something very important here. Look what happened, all right? We did what might be one of the most bullish things Bitcoin could do, right? We came down and backtested perfectly the Fibonacci retracement from this low that we made right here. This last, you could call this the last major swing low because we have our low, our high, our higher low, our higher high. Right to the Fibonacci golden pocket backtest of that, right? Isn't that something, guys? Isn't that something? Not only that, we backtested the value area high of the range. All right, now this 35.5, 36 is actually the level I was more interested in. I thought 36, we came a little bit lower than that. This is a very key support resistance flip. The fact that we got such a strong bounce from there is actually, in my opinion, bullish. When we look at Sam Bankman-Fried's breasts, well, it looks like he's actually going to the gym working on symmetry, because it looks like the money flow is coming back up here. It looks like the momentum waves are coming back up here. Maybe he's going to have equally strong left and right pectorals, okay? Maybe he was bench pressing with one arm higher than the other arm, and so he got the imbalance. Now he's doing the incline dumbbell press, right, to make sure that both pecs get equal stretch on the way down and contraction on the way up. All right, who knows, but this is very bullish. And not only did we backtest the value area high of the range, what we have to understand is the range, right? This is where the market's considered the fair price of Bitcoin to be, right? Look at this. This is where the market's considered Bitcoin the fair price for the past few weeks. Now that we've broken out of the fair price, come back down to backtest with a really strong buyback, this kind of shows me the market wants to keep going to the upside, even though we've got the bearish divergences, all right, even though the heartbreak happened and our girlfriend is not going to date us, it's still looking like she wants to push to the upside here, right? Now, what else do we need to keep in mind? Well, we do need to be watching the chart, because Jason Casper is definitely looking for a short trade around here, so we have to be aware if we come up to the level. So let me go ahead and pull the fib. Ah, crap. Hang on, guys. If Bitcoin pumps up, I might be looking for a short, so I got to make sure I'm aware. All right, we've got some alerts set. All right, we've got some alerts set here. Ah, I'm flopping and groping with the fibs. Hang on, give me 1 second, guys. Stand by. Make sure to like the stream. If you don't like the stream, hit the thumbs down button twice. All right, here we go. Yeah, we're going to be keeping an eye out here for potential short trade. Okay, so here's the thing. 6 Juanita, because she's rejected us, even we're in the friend zone, so she will be there to give us support when we're feeling really bad about ourselves. And then we might get the courage to maybe try and ask her out again, all right? Now, locally here, okay, very, very locally, I'd say that if we're going to, if this, let's say this is a real top, and we're going to get a real pullback from here, what do we need to be aware of? We need to be aware of none other than, once again, the Fibonacci 618-786 zone, which we're currently coming into right now. All right, so if we take a look here, we can see that the reason why we've been finding some resistance is because this is the 786-618 zone. This is the level we were looking for in the Casper crew yesterday and this morning. Honestly made for some nice short trades from the 618 and the 0.65. All right, by the way, shout out to the Casper crew. Absolutely the best trading community in the world, with some of the best traders in the world, and I'm not just saying that. I think the Casper crew is literally the best trading community out there, because we trade crypto, stocks, forex, everything. We got people in there like Boyan trading stocks. Like, this dude is crazy, man. But anyway, this is the next area of resistance. If we can reclaim this area, I say we go higher. All right. Now let's say that we put in a lower high here and continue to the downside, because there is a chance. Then what do we need to look out for? Well, then we come back down inside the old fair value zone, and inside this zone, it's very obvious the important levels to look. Number one, the point of control, the high volume node at 34.5K. That's going to be very important support. Number two, the value area low at $33,800. Those are the two most important zones of support. Okay? These are the areas where we should be looking for long trades if we come back down into the range. Because when we are dealing with fair value zones, all three of these levels are very, very key. Key level number one, look at that bounce, right? Key level number two, 34,500. Key level number three, this, once we come down to key level number three, remember, this is where the asset will once again be considered undervalued, according to the market for the past few weeks of trading, where we can absolutely look for a long trade. In addition, this entire way up, right, we have been seeing these higher lows, understanding that we are building underneath these lows liquidity, where people are trailing their stop losses, meaning If we start to come down into the range, it will be a very fast cascade, boom, 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 back to the low of the range. Because we have to think to ourselves, if we're a big player in the market and we want to buy a lot of Bitcoin, well, we need a lot of people selling Bitcoin. And guess what? Guess what happens when a stop loss gets triggered on a long trade? It's a sell order. And so if you want to buy a lot of Bitcoin and you're a whale, you need a lot of people selling. And a lot of people are going to be selling down here because their stop losses are going to be hit. All right. Now, something else we need to keep in mind about this here is we are at a key resistance. All right. It's a golden pocket Fibonacci. Right. So we understand that even if we come back up into this zone, we're still not out of the woods. Right. Because we still have the upside down sandbagman free bearish man boot pattern printing on the chart. And also, if we take a look at a TPO chart here, we can see something interesting, which is that high from yesterday was a polar high. What I mean by that is no selling tail. We did not see a lot of selling pressure here, right? It wasn't like there was a lot of big money pushing the price down from here. Excuse me. Hang on, I need to crack open a Heineken. Oof, man. Nothing like walking and trading and drinking. Now, when this happens, it means a lot of times we have unfinished business here, right? And so we can expect potentially, especially over a weekend, guys, especially over a weekend, to get a big move up just to take the high, and then we see the sells come in, right? So this is what we're really looking at for Bitcoin right now. Currently at resistance. If we get another push to the upside, we need to be aware of just a liquidity grab stop hunt of the high. If we get a big move down, we need to be aware of number one, 34,500, number two, 33,800-ish. All right, those are the key levels for Bitcoin right now. And as we speak, guys, you know, here's the thing. I'd say that today, like locally right now today, for the rest of the day, what am I looking at? I'm actually kind of done trading for the day. But look at this, guys. I mean, we've got ourselves here, I'd say, hang on, let's stretch out our fib a little bit. We do have some nice areas of confluence here within our local range that we're trading right now. If we start to come back down here, I'd say that the two key areas I would be interested in today are going to be the VWAP and the 786 at around 36,900, 37K. And then also this level down here that we have at the low of the range, taking out these stop losses down here at the value area low of the local range around, you know, 36,800. I'd say both of these places could offer us a nice kind of like scalp trade, day trade for the day. Right, the 786 right now around 36,900. Not only is it the VWAP and the 786 Fibonacci, but if we just kind of take this and drag it, we can see it's a very important support resistance flip from yesterday's little high that we made here. Okay, and yeah, this is obviously going to be key support right now. So for day trades and stuff, 36.8, 37K. That's where I would actually be looking for my next kind of day trade-ish longs, right? Basically just coming down to the low of this sideways range right here, which just so happens to be the high of this old sideways range right here, support resistance flip. We should be looking for the bullish Sam Bankman-Fried man boot pattern, all right? Shout out to this guy. I forget his name, sorry. But yeah, that's what I'd be looking for, all right? So, also, guys, if we come up a little bit higher to the 786 at around 37,550 on Bybit, if we come up here with bearish divergences, we need to be aware also of this potential kind of scenario happening, right? Just day trading, that's what I'd be looking at, all right? We're going to move on to Ethereum, guys. Let me see if there's any questions in the chat before we get into ETH. Shout out to Phil Quick. He says, you drink the devil's juice. Heineken. Man, look at Heineken. The thing I like most about Heineken is it's totally see-through. You know, talk about a light beer, man. Talk about a light beer. This thing, The only bad thing is it goes right through you, right? So if you gotta be somewhere and sit for a long time, you know, not a good idea. All right, shout out to J Bull. Shout out to Felipe Collin. He says massive CBD divergence on Bitcoin. Let's check it out. Let's check out Bitcoin order flow, and then we'll get into ETH. I got something in my sock. What the heck? Okay, do we have a CBD divergence on Bitcoin? Okay, so it appears, guys, that as we've actually been trading above the VWAP all day today, we've been seeing a large number of shorts opening up, and it appears that they're being absorbed. Okay, so that is bullish. All right, let's check out ETH. So we'll start on the 2-day on ETH. Okay, so let's just take some time to acknowledge and appreciate this. Okay, this is the range for ETH that we've been trading since the last bull market. All right, we could even pull it back to here. All right, this is the range we've been trading on ETH since the last bull market. Now, the main point here is that we had a value area low. We came below value area low, and from that time, we've changed into bullish market structure, finding support on now the value area low, flipping it from resistance into support. Now, this is the Bybit chart, but for the past 2 or 3 years, this is the high volume node for the past number of years on Ethereum, $1,800, right? That means more people bought and sold ETH at $1,800 than they did any other price point. The fact that we are trading now above this level means the probabilities are that we're going to see another big push to the upside, all right? Because once you're trading above where most of the volume is, that means now this is very key support, and the probabilities are we're going to see more upside, right? Now, the next major target with volume is going to be a $3,500 ETH. All right, but let's see what else we got here. If we take a fib from the last high to the low, go ahead and turn on our 618, we can see that really our next target is going to be around that $2,500 Ethereum, the golden pocket. Now, the reason why this golden pocket is also such a nice level, we go ahead and turn on also our 0.65, is because this is pretty much a key support resistance flip that goes back to this old range here, right? We found support here basically in the bull market multiple times, right? We found support in September 2021, February 2022, right? And also we could say we found a little bit of resistance here back in 2021. And so now this is going to be our next area of resistance, okay? So that is going to be a key. That would be my next Ethereum bullish target if we continue to the upside. Something else we need to be aware of for ETH right now is the fact that we are technically forming this bullish ascending triangle pattern. Now, the target of this pattern just so happens to be perfect confluence with the macro value area high of the range and the Fibonacci golden pocket from bull market top to bear market bottom. So I would not be surprised if we are going to see a continuation of this bear market rally, which I do believe it is still a bear market rally. I don't believe we enter into the actual bull market until after the halving. I still believe there's going to be one more pullback, guys. There's going to be one more pullback, right? There's going to be one more pullback just to piss off everybody who bought ETH right around here, all right? Everybody who bought ETH right around here, all right? There's going to be one more big pullback, okay? But I would not be surprised if we see a $3,500 Ethereum within the next few months. All right? It's not too crazy because look at how fast we came down here. We can just as fast come back up. Smooth move down, smooth move out, baby. It's like the time you had that White Castle cheeseburger eating contest with all your friends in high school. Those cheeseburgers are so smooth going down, baby. Oh, man. They're just so easy, but they're even smoother coming out. You know, you have to put in effort to get them down. You have to put in effort not to have them come out after, alright? If you know what I'm saying. You know? Your daughter's knocking on the bathroom door. Dad, I gotta pee. You're like, hang on, I'll be another 3 hours. Alright? So, this is what's going on in macro for Ethereum. Let's check out what's happened local in the past few days. Much more bullish than Bitcoin. Alright, much more bullish than Bitcoin. Because here is the range that we have on ETH right here, okay? Look at this. Look at this. This is the range on ETH. Now, remember, Bitcoin dumped all the way back down to tap the golden pocket value area high after the dump. What did ETH do here? ETH didn't even really dump. And then even after Bitcoin was just consolidating, ETH put in another higher high. Ethereum unfazed by 6-1 ETH. Alright, here's why. ETH is so much cooler than Bitcoin, right? ETH is a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Vitalik Buterin, you know what I'm saying? Now, he's a cool guy. 6-1 ETH, totally into Vitalik Buterin. Now, for me, I was addicted to Vitalik Buterin. I used to pop a few Vitalik Buterins because I had a headache, and then next thing you know, I got the pendant on them, right? But yeah, Ethereum still pumping, baby. So this is bullish, all right. This, in my opinion, is bullish for ETH. Market Cipher B on the 4-hour time frame. Let's check it out. Look at Market Cipher B. No bearish divergence. As opposed to Bitcoin. No bearish divergence. So this is bullish. Let's check out the super local time frame here. Alright, right now, what I'm looking at for ETH is the following. We have ourselves a nice range right here to trade. Would you look at this? We have the value area low of the range coming in right here at the golden pocket 786 Fibonacci's. Right around here. Which basically means, guys, if we come down to the low of this range, we might be looking for a bounce from here, either to put in somewhat of a lower high or even another higher high. When I look at the 1-hour money flow on ETH, it looks like the 1-hour money flow on Bitcoin yesterday. Alright, the 1-hour money flow on Bitcoin yesterday looked like this. Alright, looks like this. I remember talking about this in the Casper Crew VIP Discord with Pistol Pete. We were looking at this, getting all bullish and excited. And we were right, man. We were right. Because the money flow on the 1-hour is getting thick. And when the money flow is getting thick like this, as price is consolidating, that's bullish. Alright, look at ETH right now. ETH right now is looking just like Bitcoin yesterday, right? Bitcoin yesterday, ETH right now. Alright, very similar. I would not be surprised, guys, if we get another little... Look at the similarities here. Money flow thicker, waves printing just around the 0 line. It looks like she wants to get another move up, guys. Alright, and ETH has not at all switched into bearish market structure, not at all. Okay, so right now for me, ETH support right around 2000, let's say 2035. 2035, 5 years after we're all living in smart cities, eating bugs and plastic on universal basic income, living in the metaverse, owning nothing, being extremely happy. All 500 million of us are going to be very happy in that state 5 years after 2030. But that's where I'm actually looking for support right here. Okay? That's going to be a key level. What do you guys think in the chat? Let me know. What do you think in the chat, guys? What do you think about Ethereum? You guys feeling bullish? You feeling bullish on Ethereum? Luna Classic. Shout out to Aaron G. Yeah, I traded Luna Classic, made some juicy gains on it once. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Yeah, ETH, man, rips. Shout out to Mitchell Cyberg. In the chat, man. Shout out to Shoni. He says, or she, I don't know, OMG, YFI is going insane. What happened? Well, honestly, alts go crazy when Bitcoin pumps and then does what it's doing today. Right? Does what it's doing today. All right. If Bitcoin, Paul says, if Bitcoin is going down in that box, it will break the ascending trend on the 5 minutes, so it should go up now. Well, let's hope it goes up, man. Because I'll be honest, obviously, I've got 150K on the long trade. I've only got 37K on the short trade. So, yeah, I kind of hope we pump, you know? All right, let's take a look at Solana. Real quick, let's take a look at Luna Classic, because Luna Classic is going crazy, and then we'll take a look at Solana. Wow. All right. Wow. Shout out to everybody who longed Luna Classic from the bottom and is up right now 63%. That's the kind of trade you only need one trade a year, and you could live off it, you know? You could live off that. If you're a meager homesteader, growing a lot of your own food, raising your own animals, living off grid. I don't know about you city folk. I don't know how much it costs to live in the city. Where I'm at, not very much. Alright, so I'd say this, guys. It looks like Luna probably wants to go for the high. Because we're trading this sideways range. We're back in the range. And just by looking at this, alright, if we don't get just a simple swing failure pattern of this high right here, right, because it's very possible that we just took the liquidity grab from here and we come down, I'd say all these other highs are begging to get taken out. All right, and then yeah, we could see it pump back up to this area. Let's take it off log scale for a second here. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, I'd say she's looking like she wants to come to the top of this little range here. And we're going to take it back to May 2023. Man, look at that thing. That is so funny. Let's see if we have any Fibonacci confluences here. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, golly gee. I'll be darned. And put on a tractor. Call me Aunt Sally. Feed me some macaroni and cheese. Because we have a very beautiful confluence also with the golden pocket. All right. That liquidity. We've got ourselves this nice little value area low support resistance slip. I'd say she looks like she wants to go there. Look at the money flow on the daily. It looks bullish as heck, man. I ain't gonna lie. All right, I will lie. It looks bearish. It looks bullish to me. The 4 hour obviously looks like a top is coming. It does not look topped out to me. I say we get another move up to there. All right, so let's go down to like the 12 minute. Let's take a look at what could we look for here. Wow. Let's go down to the 6 minute. Let's get super degen up in here, okay? We had this little triangle that broke out. Let's get super degen. Look at that money flow on the 6 minute, guys. It does look bullish, right? We can't say it doesn't look bullish. Wow, all right, man. Okay. I'd say if this thing's gonna keep pumping, we have a chance right here at this box. Let's it's just under that POC. I wish it was at the POC. Okay, it's just under the POC. Let me see here. Man, I would say, like, look, if this thing really is going to continue pumping like a wild woman in distress, if we're degen trading Luna Classic, I mean, we have ourselves a support resistance flip at the high of the range, golden pocket confluence. You know, could be nice. Not financial advice. Seriously, I'm just doing analysis on a chart saying if this chart is going to go higher from where we're at, let's give back this and then get a support resistance flip. Because if we do, this might be, if this thing is going to keep going, this might be the opportunity that we have here. This might be it. Right? I don't know. But this might be it. That's a 5-to-1 risk reward, 22% gain right there. You're potentially risking 1% to make 5%. Unless we get a really good entry right from the golden pocket, in which case we're risking 1% to make like 15%. Right? Alright, let's take a look at Solana. Let's take a look at Sol. Alright guys, so Sol right now is pumping like crazy. I still hold to my conviction and am persuaded that the next major resistance for Sol is going to be $66.84.5 at the daily order block from 2022 when Luna went under. Alright? Oh no, I've been showing the wrong screen the whole time. Shout out to Wick. Thank you for the super chat. Crap, man. Well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. I guess it wasn't meant to be with the Luna Classic analysis. It wasn't meant to be, guys. It's 2D gen, alright? Take a look at Solana. Solana. Key resistance. I am persuaded and convicted that 66.84.5 is going to be the next major resistance. Why? Well, because this daily order block, Bitcoin and all altcoins put this in May 2022, and this level has been respected to the dollar pretty much by all. Alright, Ripple respected it. Bitcoin respected it. I know a bunch of coins respected it. I can't think of them all. Okay? But here's something that we need to keep in mind right now. Let's say that the top somehow gets started, right? Let's say that we start to reject before we get to my key level. Well, we have a very important support right here at $33. $33, very, very, very important support for Solana because it's a support resistance flip, it's a high volume node, and it's a Fibonacci golden pocket from the last big impulse to our current high. So right now, if we start to dump, I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes on $33. Because 33, alright, do any of you guys have this problem with the stop loss? Look at this. Oh my goodness. What the heck, man? Did any of you guys get that issue with the stop loss? 33, alright. If we get that move down to there, this is now going to allow us to get into a juicy long with the 5-to-1 risk reward, longing a key support instead of longing in the middle of nowhere, right? So this is a potential setup I would be interested in. But I'll be honest with you guys, the daily time frame looks very bullish, okay? So for me right now, I don't see like any kind of like real long setup for Sol. Only scalp trades could be had on Sol until we get to the key level. Once we get to the key level, then I would be looking at this. Basically, if we get the rejection from the key level, then we have the golden pocket support resistance flip coming in at $50. So right now, for longs on Sol, my two choices for me, if I was going to long Sol, this is not for you, this is for me, is number one, if we start to dump here, I would be interested in longing $30. That's a pretty big dump, but we have to think to ourselves, along the way up, we built a lot of liquidity here. Lots of longs can get wrecked if we start to dump, especially a weekend dump. If we come back down into this range, boom, 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 cascade of stop losses, right into key support, it could happen, right? That's long number one for me. Long number two is move up to key resistance, get the rejection, and then come down to $50 which at that time will be the golden pocket, which is also the high that we put in August 2022. Basically a massive support resistance flip, bull bear market support resistance flip, right? That's what I'd be looking at for Sol. Now let's zoom in a little bit here. Let's see if we can't find a little bit of confluence, right? A little bit of confluences here. Let's see what she's looking like on these lower time frames. Wow, I mean, she's just so bullish, guys. Yeah, Sol bullish, ETH bullish. Really, man, like, what do we even have? What options do we have? The only long opportunities we have locally here are the following, guys. Whenever she bottoms out, you need to mark those bottoms. All right? Mark the bottoms. And when she takes the bottoms, that means buy the dip, right? When she takes the bottom, buy the dip, right? When she takes the bottom, right here, buy the dip, long the dip. It gives you a very, very clear invalidation. All right, look at this. We've had it happen a few times here. Once again, right here. All right, she takes the bottom, buy the dip. All right. That's really the only option we have here. Now, the same is true if you're looking to short, right? If she puts in a high and then she takes the high and wicks below, that could be a short entry, but only scalp trades can be had in this crazy kind of price action here, right? Because we don't really have any good kind of market structure. We're just saying, well, it's an uptrend, and so far the trend is our friend until the end of the trend, and so if she takes the low, could make for a long until it doesn't, right? That's literally how it works in this kind of price action. It's going to work until it doesn't. And once it doesn't work, that's when you stop, right? You don't keep doing it. Once it stops working, that's when you stop and say, you know what? Things are changing, so let's not keep doing what we were doing. Let's do something different now, right? So, all right, let's pull a fib from the last low to the high. Let's take a look at the volume that we've had in this little kind of chunk. I don't see any good confluences here locally. Okay, so maybe, guys, maybe a back test of the 48-ish dollar area. 47, 48. Maybe that could be nice for a... Okay, Bitcoin pumping, baby. Bitcoin's getting a little pump. All right, we want to be watching Bitcoin in case she comes up to our 786, right? In case she comes up to our 786. Man, I'll be honest with you guys. I have been scalping Bitcoin all day, man. I've been scalping Bitcoin all day. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 trades today. This was not today. This was on the 8th of November. So 12 trades, and I had only 3 losses using the 5-second scalping strategy, guys. And I am prepared and ready to also short the 786. And honestly, guys, I'll be honest with you. Those losses that I took today, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but legitimately the reason why those losses are so big is because I was driving through the mountains and I would periodically lose internet, and I thought my trade was like not doing bad, and it turned out doing real bad. And then all of a sudden we'd like snap into the internet and the candle would be like, Vroom! I'd be like, flash close, flash close. You know what I'm saying? Those losses shouldn't have been so big. They shouldn't have been so big. Well, yeah, most of them shouldn't have been so big. Those aren't the only trades I took today either. I also took a few more earlier today as well. So wait, how many trades is that then? 16 trades today. 16 trades today. 3 losses. I don't know. That's pretty good, I'd say, with the 5-second scalping strategy. So right now, I'm looking at potentially on Bitcoin coming up to 37,590. Let's say 580, just to be. All right, and we are looking for bearish divergences here. All right, we're looking for bearish dips here for potential short trade. All right, so we got to keep that level on our radar. By the way, guys, I'm about to add an in-depth scalping tutorial to the trading course at jasoncaspertrading.com. So get ready for that, because this strategy is pretty dang cool in my opinion. All right, let's see the exact level that we want here. We want 37,590. 37,592.4. 37,591.8. That's going to be the level we keep on our chart. This is going to be key. All right, we'll make it key. Alrighty, that's going to be key, guys. Alright, we are watching and waiting, ready to strike. Alright. What's my scalping strategy? I made a video about it. Right. I made a video about my scalping strategy. Check it out on YouTube. Go to youtube.com. Alright. Make sure to check out the Jason Casper Trading channel. Shout out to Tanner Shuck, by the way. Check out the Jason Casper Trading channel here. Go to videos. And check out this video, $700 a day scalping strategy. And then check out this one here. Check out my interview with Daniel from Chart Champions, too. That was an awesome video to make, man. And he's going to be back on the channel, by the way, which I'm totally excited about. Shout out to Daniel from Chart Champions. Check out this video, 5-second scalping strategy. Right? Yeah. This will kind of give you the basics of how I'm doing it, guys. Alright, let's check out XRP. XRP. Alright, guys, so XRP, in between 2 key levels in my opinion. Alright, right now, I'd say that XRP has a key area of resistance above us. We have the weekly resistance at 74 cents, confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket. And then below us, guys, we have the weekly at 62 cents, confluence with the golden pocket. Alright? So I am actually looking at this to be its own potential little range right here, where I'm looking for shorts at the top and longs at the bottom of this. This is a 20% little section here. So potentially this could actually make for some nice trading in the coming weeks, or in the coming week, should I say, because let's say we get a move back down, liquidity grab. Okay, we have a nice little weekly order block down here as well. I forgot to mark that out too. So we have 2 weekly order blocks here. We have a fresh weekly at 60 cents and a tapped weekly at 62 cents. golden pocket 786, right? So I would definitely say I am interested in longing Ripple if we come down to this zone right here between 60 and 62 cents, because it's a key support resistance flip, right? We take it back, consolidation before the breakout, it was support, it was kind of around that area of resistance, but when we take it back even farther, we can see this is a very key level going all the way back to 2021, where it was support twice before we lost the level. And so now we're back at the level, and to the upside, we have Fibonacci plus weekly order block, and then to the downside, we have Fibonacci plus weekly order block. So I say, for me, Ripple, interested in longing this low, interested in shorting this high, hoping maybe to form some kind of range similar to what we did down in this area, right? Some kind of range up here now. Could be pretty nice for a while, until another breakout probably happens, or another dump, who knows? All right, that's what I'm looking at with Ripple. Let's check out Chainlink. Chainlink, guys, broken out of the range. Next key resistance for Chainlink is going to be $17.21. Reason being is because, all right, that is the value area low of the bull market range, all right? Let's see if we have any other fib confluences here. Okay, so we hit that 786 to the dollar. Wow, look at this. Oh, okay, no, we didn't hit the 786 to the dollar. All right. Let's pull a few more fibs here. Yeah, we don't really have any good fib confluences. Let's go to our weekly. We knew Chainlink was eventually going to break out. Yeah, okay, so right around that value area low, we also have this weekly level. All right. So I would say like $17 to $18 is going to be resistance for Chainlink here. Personally, again, unless we're scalping, there's no real long setup here on Chainlink. Because where do you put your stop loss? I mean, literally right now, if we're like swing trading, this is our trade setup right now. This would have to be our trade setup here. Stop loss 54%, take profit 20%. All right, this is horrible. If you trade like this, you're going to get wrecked, because it just takes one bad trade to undo tons of wins. All right, so we don't even contemplate that, right? Even if it's possible, we don't contemplate that, because we're not here to gamble. All right, we're here to put the probabilities in our favor. So what do we do? Well, we wait for it to come up to resistance and then hope for a pullback. And then the question becomes, if we pull back, where do we pull back to? The only thing we can do right now is pull a fib, right? Now, if we pull a fib from the last low to our hypothetical high, I do just want to point out the fact that we do have a volume spike and a support resistance flip right at the Fibonacci golden pocket. Okay, look at this. We have this wick that we made back here in February 2021. And then during that week, we had lots of volume trading right here. Look at that spike in volume. We have a high volume node, as well as a support resistance flip, as well as a potential golden pocket. Now, this is a long shot here, because in order for this to play out, we would need to have a 35% pullback on Chainlink, okay? That's quite a pullback. But that's really the only opportunity I see, is to get into a long on Chainlink if we get a pullback to this hypothetical zone, which is a key support resistance flip, right? In which case, in my opinion, we have ourselves a swing trade setup, which is longing support, take profit 1 is going to be about a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, right? So right off the bat, the probabilities are in favor, because we could take one loss and then make it back in the next trade and then some. But then I would target the value area high of the range. So we're really talking about POC, a 7 to 10 risk reward if we are gifted with a rejection from key resistance and a significant pullback to a support resistance flip. Right? This is way overextended. Yes, of course, it could keep pumping. We know that. But here's the thing, right? When it comes to these types of altcoins, guys, I mean, if you're not accumulating during the bear market, you can't be pissed when you miss the pump, you know? I mean, Chainlink had this whole thing going on for a long time, right? So we can't be pissed if we miss the pump. I do hold some Chainlink. I have not sold any. Maybe I should. I'll be honest with you guys. I have not been really keeping up with my spot portfolio. Maybe I should sell some. I might actually, because of the hack. But I definitely believe that Chainlink is going to put in a new all-time high in 2024, 2025. So I look at any major pullbacks we get as a gift at this point, based on the 4-year cycle. All right, now let's take a look at the 6-minute time frame here. And we'll analyze the range, the local range, just like we've been doing for these other coins. All right, so right now we are at resistance. We are at local resistance on Chainlink, the 786 fib. If we come back into the range, all right, if we come back into the range, we have ourselves a really nice confluence of value area low. All right, if we come back into the range, this is going to be where we look for the long. All right, in which case we have ourselves, let's just say we're trading the range. We have about a 2-to-1, depending on our entry, depending on how we do this trade. I would actually approach this for my own personal trading. I would approach this as 2 different setups, right? I would approach this as 2 different setups with a much better risk-reward ratio. The way I trade, I would have ninja entries, right? I do very low risk, tight stop type trading from key levels, right? So if you're a scalper, these are 2 really nice potential Chainlink longs that you can get. One from $14.20, one from $13.84. And we're basically looking to long value area low of the range, golden pocket, or we're looking to take out these lows right here. Basically do a liquidity grab, stop hunt, get a quick wick down to the 786, and then get a real bounce. Honestly, what'll probably happen, what tends to happen is something like this. We'll back test value area high, we'll get a little bounce here, and we'll get the rollover, and then we'll be bam, boom, boom, boom. That's how it usually happens, right? So we might even have 2 trades on our hands here on Chainlink. All right, make sure to like the stream, guys. Got about 800 people in here, only about 1 like. Shout out to Aaron G. He says likes, likes, likes. Shout out to Shoni. Can we look at YFI? Shout out to Toto Freaka. He says, these YouTube guys are all the same. Own interest. I'm just here for my own interest. Well, there's an aspect of truth to that. Toto Freaka. You know, because at the end of the day, guess what? YouTube is a business for me. It earns me passive income. You know, I use it to promote my businesses. You know, it's part of the hustle. It's part of the game. Of course, I have my own interests in mind. You know, this is actually what I do for work, right? YouTubers, that's what they do for work, right? You go to job, you go to work, you put in work because you want to get something out of your work, right? So yeah, I've got my own interests in mind, but I'm a huge proponent of mutually beneficial relationships, and honestly, Toto Africa, with all due respect, the amount of information that we provide for free on these streams, I think is a good trade-off. You know what I'm saying? When you stick around these streams, you could learn so much. You could learn so much that I say you could buy every course I have and every affiliate show I show, like Market Cypher, and it would pay for itself, plus a lot more, based on the information provided in these videos. All right? So you know what I'm saying. All right, what do we need to look at? We need to look at YFI. Let's look at YFI. It's pumping, man. All right, let's take a look at the weekly. Let's take a look at the weekly. Oh, wow. Okay, so I have to say, I like what I see. I do, okay? I like what I see. I like what I see. The only thing I don't like, guys, is is that we didn't make a bullish divergence. But this thing, to me, looks extremely bullish. It looks bullish. All right? It looks bullish. This is a falling wedge. This is a bullish pattern. All right, okay. I've got an idea, guys. Got a little plan here, a little idea. All right? Got a little plan, a little idea, a little something for you guys. This is speculation, okay? But as we're building a case, a bullish case for YFI, money flow curving up on the weekly. Let's go to the 4-day. Okay, bullish div on the 4-day. Oh, man. All right, so in a best case scenario, here's what I would want to see. This is what would make me long this thing with lots of conviction. All right? I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I'm saying if I could make the markets do what I want, this is what I would want to see happen here. Because this is, objectively speaking, a bullish consolidation pattern. I would want to get another move up to the trend line, golden pocket, value area high, and then come down and take the lows. When we take the lows, I would like to see bullish divergence on these higher time frames. And then once we reclaim the low, that is the entry trigger, the invalidation goes below wherever we wick down to, and we would say, hey, this thing is bullish, so why not shoot for the top of the wedge, which is this support resistance flip right here. That's a 21-to-1 risk reward, potentially. We don't know where the wick is going to be. Let's say 15-to-1. Let's give it some room to maybe even take out this low with a bullish divergence. All right, and then our target's the top of the wedge. This, in my opinion, would be a really nice swing trade on YFI. Right? I'm not saying it's gonna happen, guys, but that would be nice. All right. Right now, it's going crazy, but I would say be careful right now because, number one, we might just swing failure, CDW, chickens drink water this high right here, okay? But then secondly, we have the trend line. Let's get this trend line perfect with the highs. This is a really nice trend line, by the way, guys. Because look, we can connect it to these lows. It's a support resistance flip. It's key. Once we break out of this trend line, it's going to be a big follow through. So I would say, in an ideal world, we could look for some kind of rejection here, right, at the top. And in a perfect world, we would say, yeah, all right, let's wreck everybody before the real pump. Let's get the fake out to the downside, and then reclaim, and then get the real pump. That's a really good trade setup right there. Really good. Not so good trade setup, but still possible, right? It's just like, you know, coming down, back down, rejection, coming to the high volume node, golden pocket, and then breaking out, right? That's still acceptable. But that's not as juicy. You know what I'm saying? So. Alright, shout out to BuffLink. Can you do a fib for Ray? I'm in. Oh, wow, you're up 75%. BuffLink, man, take some dang profits if you're up on Link, man, please. I'm sorry. On Ray. BuffLink is not trading Link, he's trading Ray. Alright, let's take a look at Ray. Thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate that. Assuming you're a man, I don't know. I mean, I know Link is a man. Shout out to Jumpman Crypto. Oh, yeah, Jumpman Crypto, bro. I forgot. Shout out to Jumpman Crypto. Is this even you, Jumpman? That's not you, is it? That's not you. I love you, man. Alright, let's check out, shout out to Divine Hood. He says YFI is about to, yeah, CDW, that weekly high. Yeah. So be real careful right now with YFI because we're coming to resistance at 7488. Let's go down to a lower time frame. Yeah, it looks bullish. Like, it does look like even if we do get that CDW, we'll come higher. Alright, let's take a look at Ray. Where are you long from, BuffLink? From 34.7. He's long from 34.7. Nice. Nice, man. Yeah, I hope you're taking a partial. Yeah, you're up 4%, man. I would take a partial, right? I mean, so let's see here. That's a nice setup right there. That's a beautiful setup right there. Support, resistance, flip. That's a nice setup. I mean, honestly, my next target would be the highs after a partial. I would go for the gold, man. I don't know a dang thing about Ray. But let's say that the next TP would, for me, I would be looking at that high. But I would also take a partial. But of course, this is not financial advice. But this looks to me to be like the breakout of a cup and handle, man. So if it is a cup and handle, we do need to be aware of this. Get another little handle, and then bam. Right? So this is the 12-minute time frame here. Let's check out a higher time frame. Oh yeah, man. I would definitely be going for that high and beyond. Because we already grabbed this old high. This looks like a really nice potential breakout here, man. Looks like a real nice potential breakout. This thing could run. This thing could run. I mean, here's the thing. The next major resistance that we have here is going to be these old lows at 48. This potentially could give us another, 33%, give or take. Yeah, it's nice, man. That's nice. Yeah, look at that. I mean, we got the retest of the value area high, and then you long to support resistance flip. That's a nice entry, man. Look, I don't really know. I don't have a lot of confluences here right now. But I would say this. The fibs are lining up nicely with that 48 level. So I would take a partial, ensure I'm not going to lose, and then I would go for the gold because this does have the potential to run right now. Shout out to One Pump. He says, please look at Ethereum Classic. All time frames, hash rate. I don't look at hash rate, to be honest with you, so I'm useless for that. But we can take a look at Ethereum Classic, yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat. Wow, okay. Ethereum Classic, baby. Looking good. I don't know. I'm just messing around here with trend lines. Right? All right, so we're at a resistance here. We're near resistance. I'll be honest with you, I don't really see anything that I really like about this, and the reason why is because I don't really see any bullish divergences. I don't see anything tradable really. I mean, if you're into Ethereum Classic, that's great. On these high time frames, I don't really see anything too tradable right now. We have, this is the sideways range. Let's see, pull a fib from the high. Yeah, I don't know, man. Look, we're coming up to local resistance. That's all I can say. I don't like this bottom at all here. It doesn't look bullish to me. We haven't changed market structure. There's no real sign of strength. It's just consolidation. It's one of those things where I don't see a trade, but it's one of those things where if you have conviction that Ethereum Classic is gonna pump, then, you know, we have an 800% move to the all-time high and only a 40% move down to the low of the bear market. So I can't give a setup, but I can only say that owning Ethereum Classic right now is less risky than it is risky, because, you know, as long as we don't put in a new low during the bear market, even just getting to the all-time high again is an 800% move to the upside, right? That's a 20-to-1 risk-reward ratio, which means DCAing into Ethereum Classic in this zone down here, where we've basically been since December 2022, the bear market, means when this thing breaks, eventually it's going to be a Chainlink, where all of a sudden it breaks out of nowhere, and it runs, and everyone's going to be like, check out Ethereum Classic. And I'm going to be like, well, I don't know, man, it's pumping. You should have bought it low. I mean, this is, objectively speaking, low, right? We're in that bear market range here. So, yeah, I can't give a setup on it, man, but I would say, look, if you're bullish on it, and you have that conviction based on fundamentals or whatever, I don't know a dang thing about Ethereum Classic. But, definitely could be a good thing to have in your portfolio. Not financial advice. I don't own any. I'm not sponsored by Ethereum Classic, right? But yeah. Shout out to Bree J. Check out Neo. Giant inverse head and shoulders about to break. Let's check it out. You know, it's so funny, my wife was super bullish on Neo back in the 2017 bull run. She was super bullish on Neo because it was the Chinese Ethereum. She's like, if it's the Chinese Ethereum, you should be buying it. I never really bought much. But, alright, let's check out what you're seeing here. Inverse head and shoulders about to break. Let's check it out. I guess you're talking about a lower time frame or a higher time frame. Let's check out the... Check out like the 1 hour. Oh, is this what you're looking at here? Yeah, that could be classified as an inverse head and shoulder. For me, I like inverse head and shoulders to do something like this. Right? To make like to make a nice bottom like this. I like to see the I'd like to see a higher high get put in first. I'd like to see the higher high get put in first, because that tells me there's a change in market structure, then to look for that retest. But yeah, if you're convicted about this, if you're convicted this is an inverse head and shoulders about to break out, and I would say this 1 hour money flow does look bullish, then you have yourself a setup, which is this, right? Technically, this would be your setup. Now, I'm not saying to take this trade. All I'm saying is this is a setup based on the hypothesis that this is an inverted head and shoulder, a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Stop loss goes under what we're assuming is the right shoulder, right? That's our invalidation for the idea. Let's pull a fib. I would say stop loss should go under the 786. I would actually prefer another little bit of a downward move here, because really I would be looking for $12. The reason why I would look for $12 is because we want some other kind of confluence here. I mean, we just front ran a golden pocket, and look at the $12 level here. It was supported once, twice, 3, 4 times. I would like a little bit lower there, but I would say this is a valid setup. It's still a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio trade setup here, right? But I would say for me, invalidation of an inverted head and shoulders is if price closes the candle below the 786 Fibonacci retest. You know? But I would not take a trade, but what I'm trying to highlight is every trade you take, you need to have a reason to get in, you need to have a target, and an invalidation, and do so with good risk management, and then you're good to go. I mean, you're good to go. Because if you're taking 4-to-1 risk rewards, it means you lose 3 trades in a row, win 1 trade, and you're in profit, right? You lose 3%, gain 4%, you're probably up net 0.4% after fees, you know? So yeah, I'd say if you're looking at this as an inverted head and shoulder, it's a valid trading idea. Absolutely. Valid idea. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin again. She's struggling, y'all. She's struggling. Shout out to my man, Dono Crypto. What's going on, bro? What is going on, my man? Shout out to Splashfire Films. Alright. Well, guys, it's been a good stream today. I think we did a lot of analysis. I'm going to head out for the weekend. It's been a great week of trading for me. I'm really happy. Praise God. The Lord is so good. I want to end the stream with a scripture verse that I read this morning. It's a good reminder for me. Psalm 127 says, "Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the guards stand watch in vain. In vain you rise up early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat. For the Lord grants sleep and peace to those he loves." Right, so everything we toil for, everything we work for, waking up early, hitting the weights, hitting the charts, planting gardens, unless the Lord is the one behind it, you're doing everything in vain. Then the second half of the psalm talks about the important things in life. Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him, like arrows in the hand of a warrior. Are children born in one's youth, blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. They will not be put to shame when they contend with their opponents in court. It's just a good reminder for me, guys, because I'll be honest with you. Past 2 weeks, I have been toiling, coming to these charts, eking out the gains, scalping the 5-second, swing trading Bitcoin, and I'll be honest, I've neglected my family this past 2 weeks. I haven't been a good father. I haven't really been that good of a husband because I've been preoccupied with the charts. And I notice, I recognize the lack of balance that I have had, and so I need to make a change, and this convicted me this morning as I read it. The important things in life, God and family. Alright guys, may the Lord bless you, may He protect you, may He shine light upon you, may He have grace upon you, may the Lord turn His face towards you and give you wholeness. In Jesus' name. Even if you're not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. Hope you have a great weekend. And I will see you guys next week. Peace.